everybody, welcome back to Strategy in Small Doses. How is everybody doing today? I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold flu here, so if my voice sounds a little nasally, that's why. But I really wanted to get this message out to you, so here I am recording it anyway. Anyway, today I want to really talk about and focus on keeping things in perspective when it comes to your goals. Okay, so at the time of recording, we're mid-February. So depending on when you're listening to this, it's still relevant, but it's only mid-February, okay, in 2022. And I found myself the other day, like starting to panic a little bit about my Q1 goals or like my goals for the year, feeling like I was a little behind, like I've been sick and I've had company. And I want you to remember that, like, keep things in perspective. It's only like even every month, I want you to look into this. Like, usually by like 5 to 10 days in, we have a tendency to start panicking that we're like going to come up short on our goals, or we're not on target, or we're going to miss the boat, or we're going to miss, we're coming up short, right? But it's only 10 days in, right? And especially in the beginning of a new year, like a lot goes on, right? And Q1 is when people are just kind of settling back into life. They're coming off the holidays. They've got different things, whether they're traveling, and then you get into like winter and spring breaks and different things. Like, I'm just here to remind you and tell you to keep things in perspective, right? If you're coming into Q4 and it's November and you've not landed a single client and your goal was to land 5 clients this year, then yeah, you need to start panicking, right? Like, you need to start looking into it. But if your goal is to get 5 clients over the course of the year and you haven't gotten one and it's February, the middle of February, like, chill, it's okay, And I feel like that's where I was in this place myself. Like, I even remember saying, my husband and I were out to dinner and it was like January 18th. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm coming up short. Like, my goal was to get 2 new clients this month and I've got all these things and da da da. And it was the 18th of January, right? Now here we are, even a month later when I'm recording this, to February, like mid-February. I've got 4 proposals out. One of them just converted. They're starting next week. Like, things take time. Like, don't just immediately assume like you're off target. And keep that in perspective, is that it's not like things don't happen immediately, right? Like, people don't convert in a second. Like, I even had somebody reach out to me and tell me point blank, like, we can have a call. I want to get to know you, but I will not be making a decision until at least Q2, right? It's okay. That's what you have to keep in mind, is that's why I say set quarterly goals. And then at the end of the quarter, reflect back on it. That's where that reflection piece comes in really, really strongly at the end of a quarter, right? Like, you can look at the quarter and say, okay, am I off track? Am I on base? Like, am I on target? Am I close? How many open proposals do I have? How many calls did I make? How many people, what was the feedback that I was given? Obviously, you don't want to wait 8-10 months into the year to have this kind of conversation with yourself, but you don't need to be like fretting about it every 10 days either, like 10 days into a new month. All right. So it's all about that perspective and that balance of making sure that you set like attainable goals that aren't so far out of reach that you're never going to attain them, but also keeping in mind all of the different life things that happen and life and where people are at in different cycles. I've talked a lot about this in previous episodes about having seasons and cycles in business. Like, people don't come off of a new year. Yes, there's a new energy that comes with the new year, but like, most people don't come into a new year like ready to like buy that second, right? Like, they've got to get back into their own groove and different things. Even myself, like, I'm going to hire a new mindset coach, but I had, company in town, and I had back-to-back company, and now I've been sick, and now we've got to move in the middle of it, and then we're going on vacation, like pre-planned vacation. So I haven't committed to her. It doesn't mean I'm not interested. It doesn't mean she's not going to hit her goals. It means I'm not ready to commit to it because I know I'm not going to be fully present, right? I'm not going to be fully present. Same thing with a personal trainer. I'm going to work with her, but I can't commit to a program that's 12 weeks long, that's 3 days a week, when I've got company here. And maybe I could. I'm sure the personal trainers out there listening are saying, like, you could do it. You just have to tell your company. But I also know realistically I'm not going to, right? Like that's just the reality of it. I'm not going to work out while I'm on vacation and I'm in the middle of this move and everything else. So again, it's all about perspective. Like just remember, put yourself in the client's shoes too. Like I had to do that. Like I'm not in a position to commit to this mindset coach. So what makes me think other people aren't in that same position, right? So it's all about that perspective and being realistic and just giving yourself a little grace and looking at the calendar and going, am I okay to be panicking? Like, should I be panicking? Should I be working harder? Should I be looking at what's not working? Or am I being ridiculous? It's only been 10 days and it's okay that not everything is turned to gold in that 10 days and you're just wanting things to move faster. The reality is that 90% of the time, we always expect and we always want things moving faster than they do. If you aren't experiencing that, then you probably are not in a position of growth and you're not in that like really high level momentum. But if you are and you're moving fast and you've got a lot of momentum and things are moving really, really good for you, there's going to be a point that you're going to feel like things aren't moving fast enough. That's a good sign, right? That's a good sign. That means things are moving. And we always think they should move faster. That's just human nature. We always think things should move faster, but just keep it in perspective. Good things come to those who wait. We've heard that that saying before, and we also know that ultimately things take time. Life happens. People just get in different situations. Just keep moving forward. Keep following up. Keep doing what you need to do, and reflect on it quarterly. Right? Like, I don't really feel like there's any room for any level of panic. Like, I didn't hit all my January goals, but now things are coming in droves in February. And February is immediately moving into March, right? So, like, at the end of the quarter, I'm going to reflect back and see, like, where did I miss the mark? What did I overachieve on? Quarterly, you definitely need to be doing that. But I don't think you really need to be nitpicking yourself every week or every month. It's just going to set you up to feel like a failure or feel like things aren't moving in the direction, and it's going to cause you to spiral and want to move immediate different direction or start to go down this path of imposter syndrome and different things. None of it is necessary. So I say just keep moving forward. Give yourself time at the end of every quarter to kind of reflect, or every 90 days, whether you don't work in quarters or not. Every 90 days,